So this is quite a nice bracket clock. This is a Winterhalter Hofmeier bracket clock. What's a bit more unusual about it is it's a very late one. Just show you the presentation plaque. You'll see that there's a date, 1911 to 1932, and it was presented to a commander in the Royal Navy. And Winterhalter Hofmeier, I think, stopped selling clocks or exporting clocks because the company folded around 1933. So if this clock was a few years old, or at least new or a year old, around this time, then it's safe to say this is a very late one. What's unusual about it is, although it says it's got 8 gongs or 4 gongs on the subsidiary dial, they're actually rods. And that's what sort of made me think initially that perhaps it wasn't a Winterhalter Hofmeier. It is signed foreign, which would be an indication that it's a German movement, not an English one, below the 6. And that's your retailer down in Plymouth. You've got a strike and silent, raising and lowering of the pendulum for fast and slow. Your chime selection there. Missing its little knob here. It's about the only thing really wrong with it. Bevel glass door. And the actual movement is screwed to the face, which is then secured to the cabinet, as opposed to being on a little ledge inside, a little shelf inside. I believe that to be the original key. It looks substantial enough to be original and fits perfectly. And let's have a look around the back. You've got a sound fret, quite a simple one because we're in the 30s now. And as you can see, it's got, let's see if I can get the mark. There's the W&H mark. If I can get it to zoom. There we go. And interestingly, the chime block has got W&H on it as well. Now I know they didn't do many clocks with chime rods. I'm assuming perhaps the later ones had the chime rods just before they stopped sort of producing clocks, or they were bought out. And we've got quite a nice loud strike, which is on a completely separate block. And then you've got a nice delicate, very soft sounding Whittington or Westminster chime. Usually this type of bracket clock is more familiar with the coiled gongs, but this one isn't. This one's actually on rods, and as I say, it's always been on rods and was produced to play on rods, which is just a bit more unusual from this clockmaker, this German clockmaker. Adjustable fan, which is set at the slowest at the moment. You can see the rise and fall snail there for the lifting the pendulum up and down. There we are. Yeah, so just a bit more unusual in that I haven't seen too many Winterhalter W&H clocks with chime rods. But a nice clock. Looks like it's been serviced. Bought it from a fairly local auction. But it looks like it's been serviced very recently. I've just got to do some time adjustment on it now. I like the nice pillars on the side, which are quite nice. Would have been an expensive clock when it was new, I would have imagined. Yeah, an interesting clock to have.